That's very useful, Balaji. You also mentioned that you have had a number of mentors along your journey, right? Not everybody has there's the same blessings. So how do leaders get better when they don't have such great mentors, Balaji?
I think, see, the unfortunate thing, especially in India, I feel is a mentor doesn't have to be senior to you, right? You always think that mentor means you have to look up.
Yeah.
You can actually have mentors who are even lower than you in hierarchy, right? That is number one. So you can actually get a lot from the ecosystem. Of course, there are bad things. I'm not denying that. But you can be intelligent enough not to take it, filter it out, right? That's one thing. The second thing which I was actually had a privilege of meeting this guy. What's his name? NASA guy, who actually said Apollo, who was actually the project manager of Apollo. He had a nice saying called "failure is not an option." Come to me. It'll come to me. He actually addressed in one of the Cognizant community event, the customer events which we have, and he was a keynote speaker. One thing which he told me was that if your team knows that your boss is also learning from you, right? If your team knows that he's not your boss, but he's also trying to be like you and still succeed together. It so happens that he has 5 more years of experience than me, right? If I create that ambience, then the mentorship can be both ways. Right? I can learn from my team can learn from me.
Beautiful.
Having said that, I have been blessed to have had some very good mentors like Lakshmi Narayanan, who was the ex-CEO of Cognizant, Chandrasekhar, who was the ex-MD of Cognizant. I had the opportunity of working with Mr. Gokhale, who was the first CEO of Patni Computers after Narayan Murthy left.
Right.
I had mentors like Satish Joshi, who was a COO of Patni, but who felt that walking from home to office was the best means of transport.
Wow.
You know, there were lots of people who actually, in some shape or form, emitted certain characteristics which appealed to me.
True.
And I probably had their blessing, my parents' blessing, and my spiritual blessing that I could only adopt those. It is not to say that I did not have bad bosses. I had very bad bosses also. But it was easy for me to ignore that, or it was easy for me to filter that.
Very nice.
One of my appraisals went for 16 hours.
Seriously?
Non-stop. 2004.
Wow.
And his intention was just to tell me how bad I was. And at the end of 16 hours, me being me, I told him, well, you could have told me this 20 minutes into the conversation.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Whether I accept it or not, you were struggling to tell me that I was bad here, right? You have told me 20 minutes into the conversation.
Right.
But unfortunately, what he did, all along 16 hours, he told me that I was bad. But he gave me a 4 out of 5 rating. So he meant that I was bad. But he did not have the courage to write it in paper that I was bad.
Ah, okay.
Because when I told him at the end of the 16 hours that was your main intention was tell me that I was bad, you have told me very early. I told him I thought I'm going to get a 1 or a 2 out of 5 in my rating. That's how I reconciled.
Right.
And I said, okay, in a span of 30 years of career, once in a while you can get 1 or 2. That's okay. You don't have to be 5 every time in life.
Right.
But when I got my letter, it was 4. Excellent performance.
Wow.
I actually walked up to me and said, why the hell did you take 16 hours? Yeah. And in spite of that, you told me that I'm only bad. But here I get a letter which is saying excellent. No. I was just trying to make you sharpen your skills and quality. That's not what you tried. You tried something else.
Correct.
I've had bad bosses. I've had bosses when there was an escalation from the customer. They used to tell me, leave it here. Leave it for 2 din ke liye chhod do. Sab things like automatically. Right. I did have such bosses as well. No questions about it. But I think my blessings were so high on me from many people around me, well-wishers and otherwise, that I was happy and easy to ignore those and filter those out.
Beautiful.
You only accept and take some of the qualities which some of the true mentors really emitted.
Very good.
And when I am benefited, why not I benefit the people around me?
Right.
That's how I view it. I don't view work as work. I view work as karma. Right? I have to perform a ritual for my mother now, right? Because I lost my mother a couple of months back. I have to perform a ritual for my mother. This is one more ritual. I come to a temple where my customer is God. The people around me are the same devotees coming to the same temple. I have to keep it sacrosanct. I have to be sacred.
Correct.
I have to respect everybody else. Because disrespecting a devotee, the God will not like it.
Beautiful.
That's how I think. This is temple for me. This is karma for me, according to me.
Beautiful. I mean,
that's where I never get flustered. I never get frustrated. Nobody needs to externally motivate me. I'm fine.
Very nice. I'm smiling away, Balaji, because when we established this company, we called it Tripura Multinational. We said it's a divine responsibility to make others great.
No questions about it. No questions. Right. There can't be a better purpose. Absolutely.